Oh yeah, Thor Ragnarok will rock your world when it smashes into theaters November 3rd. But first, how cool is this? We have the actual costumes worn by Chris Hottie Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston in our studio.
Smash! Greg Mason is here from Marvel Studios to show us these incredible works and how you can see them this weekend.
Greg, I'm already making you sweat because I'm like, can I try that on? Can I play with this? And you're like, no, we can't touch.
So many times we were told you can't touch.
Only look.
No, we got our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on the side that will come out if you don't behave.
Fair enough. So this is what we're going to see beginning today at the Fan Expo. This is a sample.
Yes, Fan Expo is the only place in Canada where you can see these costumes, and we brought a taste of it to BT. We love being here at BT.
We love you guys.
We'll take you through to Loki's costume. Yes. So Loki, one of my personal favorite characters, played by Tom Hiddleston. This is the new costume. This is the hero costume. So we have various versions of our costumes, but these are the hero ones where they're posed in their final form. We have different stunt versions as well and different action versions that they will work with. But this is the hero version. It's the new shot, and it's the final Loki costume in the film. And you'll notice just a couple of intricate details if you're a hardcore fan. Like there's a shout out to the U that he wore in his last costume there. So there's just a neat, intricate details. So if you come down to Fan Expo, you can probably get a few clues as to what's going to happen in the new Thor Ragnarok film.
How much time does it take to put one of these costumes together? I mean, there's approval processes.
There are. So our Marvel Visual Development team, they take it really from the comic book to the screen, and there's probably about 3 to 4 months from the comic book to actually approving what the costume is going to look like, and then from there another 2 to 3 weeks for each costume, with about 12 people working on each one.
This I'm very familiar with because Winston, we're not allowed to touch, which is good. You wouldn't be able to lift anything like this. I could. Because I don't know if you know this, but a few years ago, ladies and gentlemen, I was Hulkina.
We got to look at that picture.
And I smashed my way through this studio. I'm going to tell you, it's tough being the Hulk. It ain't easy being green, especially when you're the Hulk. So talk to us about what goes behind. There I was. What do you think?
There it is right there.
Is it like you're seeing the real Hulk all over again?
It really is. I think our visual development team would really enjoy that. Absolutely.
You know, Mark Ruffalo's Italian. I'm Italian. If ever he needs anybody to step in as a Hulkina, I got his back.
Good to know.
So talk to us about this.
So this is Hulk's hammer. So we're in a gladiator-style battle format between Thor and Hulk in Thor Ragnarok. And so Hulk has this great new hammer, which obviously this is built for Hulk's size. It's got the non-slip grip for the big green hands. And this is the actual prop that was used in the film that we have on display here.
Hulk smash.
The detail in it is amazing. I'm not touching it, but the detail is amazing.
Now over to Chris Hemsworth. He actually was sweating, living, and breathing in this?
He was. So Chris Hemsworth wore that. This is the hero costume for Chris. And actually, one of the things to note is we were down in Australia when we were filming this, and the guys get really hot in these outfits. As you can imagine, they're all leather and the intricate detail. So they often wore cooling shirts underneath. And what those were little thin shirts that had tiny pipes of water that were constantly being pumped through, cold water, just to keep the guys cool. So that's kind of how they kept their temperature, their body temperature regulated during
And what goes into the helmet and, of course, the sword here?
Well, the fans will be really excited to see the helmet because Thor has not had a helmet yet. And there's a lot of clues to the film. I don't want to give too much away, but you'll notice that some of the details, there's pieces that don't match because he does get some help getting some of his new armor for the battle with
You said
Hulk.
too much.
I might have said too much already.
And that's the other thing, too. Fans keep their eyes peeled for every little clue that they can pick out. And when they see these, they're blown away.
They are. So definitely come down to Fan Expo. It's the only place you can see it in Canada, and there's a lot of good clues there.
Okay, so that's this weekend until Sunday. And, of course, make sure you check out Thor Ragnarok. It flies into theaters November 3rd. So much to see and do. And this is the closest we're going to get to Chris Hemsworth. So thank you for that.